You score the highest marks in the entire Tang Dynasty, top of your class, best in the empire. Fame and fortune are about to be yours, and then the emperor takes one look at your face and strips it all away. That's exactly what happened to a scholar named Zhong Kui, and what he became afterward would terrify demons for over 1,000 years. It's Tang Dynasty China, sometime during the reign of Emperor Gaozu between 618 and 626. You're a young man living near Mount Zhongnan, and despite having a face that people politely describe as unfortunate, you've got something nobody can take away from you: a brilliant mind. You spend years studying classical texts, philosophy, military strategy, everything required to pass the Imperial Civil Service examination. This exam is your ticket out. Pass it, and you become a government official. Ace it, and you become Zhuangyuan, valedictorian, which basically guarantees you'll be set for life. You travel to Chang'an with your friend Du Ping. The exam is brutal, but you know this material inside and out. When the results come back, you can barely believe it. You didn't just pass. You got the highest score in the entire empire. They're about to award you the title of Zhuangyuan, right there in the palace. Government position, respect, everything you've worked for. Then the emperor sees you. He takes one glance at your disfigured face, your unusual features, and decides there's no way someone who looks like you could have legitimately earned the top score. It must be a mistake. Or worse, you must have cheated somehow. The emperor strips you of your honors right there. No title, no position, nothing. Years of study, the highest score in the land. And it all means nothing because of how you look. You feel the injustice burning through your chest. The humiliation is unbearable. Every eye in the palace is on you, watching your moment of triumph turn to ash. So you do something drastic. You walk up to the palace steps and smash your head against them. Hard. Again and again until everything goes dark. Here's where the story gets interesting. Your body is given a proper burial, dressed in a green robe as a final gesture of respect. But your spirit? That descends straight into the underworld, and you find yourself standing before King Yama, the ruler of hell itself. Yama looks at you with interest. The physical and spirit realms are absolutely crawling with malicious entities. Ghosts, demons, evil spirits causing chaos everywhere. Yama has been struggling to maintain any kind of order, and then you show up. Brilliant, passionate, and absolutely furious about injustice. Yama sees potential. He makes you an offer. You want justice? You want purpose? Become his enforcer. Hunt down every evil spirit, every demon, every malevolent ghost, terrorizing both the living and the dead. In exchange, you get power. Real power. Command over 80,000 demons. The title of King of Ghosts. You accept, but what happens next would change everything. Your new form reflects everything you've become. Bulging eyes that can see through deception and illusion. A massive beard that grows wild and untamed. A wrathful expression permanently etched into your features. You're dressed in a battered cap and blue scholar's robe, but now you carry a sword, and 5 ghost servants appear at your side carrying a lantern, seal, parasol, horse-led, and gourd. A bat circles above you, scouting for evil spirits wherever you go. The transformation is complete, but here's what makes you different from every other enforcer in the underworld. You're not just powerful. You understand injustice intimately because you lived it. Every demon you hunt, every malicious spirit you capture, it's personal. Decades pass in the mortal realm. Emperor Xuanzong now sits on the throne, and one night after military exercises at Mount Li, he falls gravely ill. Fever ravages his body for over a month. Then he has a dream. A small ghost in red trousers, wearing only one shoe, steals Consort Yang's purple sachet and the emperor's jade flute, dancing mockingly through the palace halls. Then you appear. Same battered cap, same blue robe. You seize the little thief, gouge out its eyes, and swallow them whole. The emperor, terrified and fascinated, asks your name. You tell him you're Zhong Kui from Mount Zhongnan, the scholar who died on those palace steps during Emperor Gaozu's reign. You explain that you were grateful for the green burial robe and proper funeral, so you swore an oath to protect the Tang Dynasty from every evil spirit that threatens it. Xuanzong wakes up drenched in sweat. His fever is gone, completely cured. He immediately summons his court painter Wu Daozi and describes the dream in exact detail. When Wu presents the finished painting, Xuanzong is stunned. Every detail matches perfectly, down to the expression on your face. From that moment, everything shifts. The emperor starts gifting Zhong Kui portraits to his ministers at year's end, so they can ward off evil spirits. Your image spreads throughout the empire. Families hang your portrait during the Lunar New Year and on the 5th day of the 5th month when malicious influences peak. During the Dragon Boat Festival, your face appears on doorways alongside mugwort and sachets. The Ghost Festival in the 7th month, when the underworld gates open wide, people invoke your name to keep harmful spirits in check. Artists paint you in countless scenes, capturing ghosts, slaying demons, setting out on patrol with your demon army, even marrying off your sister, which people love because the phrase sounds like sending evil spirits away. Your legend crosses the sea to Japan, where you're known as Shoki, protecting against epidemics and evil. Centuries later, video game developers will build entire games around your story, and families across Asia will still place your image outside their homes and businesses, believing you're actively protecting them from harm. The scholar who was destroyed by prejudice became the eternal guardian against injustice itself. You started as someone denied everything because of how you looked. The brilliant mind meant nothing when measured against an ugly face, but in death, you became something the living emperor could never be, truly just. Every ghost you hunt, every demon you capture, it's not about power or glory. It's about making sure no spirit gets away with the kind of cruelty you experienced. That's why your legend endures. Not because you're the strongest or the most fearsome, though you're certainly both. It's because people recognize something fundamental in your story. The world isn't fair. Prejudice exists. Injustice happens. But somewhere out there, at least in the realm of spirits and demons, there's someone who understands that pain intimately and won't let it slide. The scholar who lost everything became the one thing the empire actually needed. Someone who couldn't be corrupted, couldn't be bought, and would never stop fighting for what's right. That's the real power of Zhong Kui.